Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and Celtic are 16 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership table following their 5-1 victory over Aberdeen at Celtic Park tonight. And the mad thing about it is, I think we can all agree, Celtic were far from their best tonight. However, far from their best, Celtic are still putting away the third place team in this country by 5-1. And it could have been a lot more. So, in the spirit of Tennessee, Ernie Ford, all I can say is 16 points, what do you get? Another league title and they're further in debt. I apologise to anybody who had to sit through that there. I credit the old man for that, actually. I would be a cheek to take it off my dad and no give him the credit for it. I was having a good chuckle. If you know the oldies, you'll know the song. Hello, nice to see you. And you might be thinking, Ryan, you're quick tonight. You're rapid tonight with your match reaction. This is very early doors for a midweek 8 o'clock kickoff. And you're right, because I made a right arse of it. So there I am, picked up Kieran for the game. About 7:10, drive down to Rugby Street in the east end of Glasgow, get out the car, start walking along, get to the bottom of Springfield Road, turn right to approach the stadium, and I just, I observe, I'm a people watcher, I'm watching people with their tickets in the air, and I go, wait a minute, my season ticket's not in my wallet. I took it out for Munich, and I didn't put it back in, so I pull the wallet out, knowing that I'm going to be met with the inevitable. I open up the wallet and bang, no season book on me. So, first time I've ever done that. I've had this season ticket for nearly 10 years now, and it's the first time I've ever done it. And I know you might be saying, oh Ryan, why'd you not do this or that? I just couldn't be arsed. I just went, do you know what, Kieran, see you later. You're on your own tonight, and I came up the road. I'm aware that the ticket office might have been able to help me, but I just could not be bothered with the rigmarole. I just wanted to get in to catch the game. So I missed the first 5 minutes. But I didn't miss much, did I? 5-1 victors over Aberdeen. And if you go off the first 10 or 20 minutes of the game, you would never have imagined it finishing 5-1 tonight. But we will come on to that when we analyse the first half. Unbelievable what Celtic are doing at the minute. And if anybody had any doubts after their defeat to Hibs at the weekend, well, I'm pretty certain we can safely say they've been put to bed now. After that performance tonight. And listen, this is the team that's supposedly the third best in the country. We have a stranglehold on Scottish football that has never been so strong. Celtic nor Rangers, none of the top sides have ever had a stranglehold on Scottish football quite the way Celtic do right now. This team just goes from stride to stride. It keeps getting better. And the fact that we did not play to our optimum abilities tonight and we still won 5-1 is insane, because I think there was so much that Celtic done wrong in the game tonight and so much we could have done better in the game tonight. And I'm not going to complain. I'm a bugger here. No chance am I going to complain. But what I am saying is it could have been better. It could have been more. It could have been hurtful to Aberdeen tonight if that didn't hurt enough. And it just shows you the gap in standards right now between Celtic and every other team in this country. We are 16 points clear of Rangers. 16. Honestly, I know we've had some great years in recent memory. You go back to 16-17 when we battered the league and we had it won very early days. You go to 17-18, it was much the same. And you can go to a couple of other seasons in recent memory where we've had quite a comfortable gap between us and second place. But this year, 16 points clear, we're not even into March. What Brendan Rodgers has done with this team is unbelievable. And tonight we've seen a great performance from players coming off the bench. We've seen great performances from players who started the game. Really, there's just a good mix of talent at Celtic right now, and that was really drilled down to earth by some of the goals and some of the play that we've seen tonight. And as I mentioned, it wasn't even, I think, close to our best. First half generally was quite poor. Some of the football that we watched, as I said, that first 20-25 minutes before Maida gets the first goal, you can maybe make the point that Aberdeen were actually the better team. Celtic looked that same kind of tentative, nervy way that they looked at Easter Road on Saturday. And I thought we were maybe going to get punished for that. I came in and the first thing I seen when I got in the house was us clearing the ball off the line through Cameron Carter-Vickers, and it was a real kind of scary early days. And Celtic didn't really recover straight away from it. Yeah, we did have the ball and stuff, but I think it was a graphic popped up 15 minutes in, and it showed you that Aberdeen enjoyed like 53% of the ball was in their final third, in our back, within our back line, and it showed you where the action areas were. And Aberdeen were having a right good go at it. I think they seen what Hibs done to us at the weekend and knew that if they had any chance of coming to Celtic Park and getting the result tonight, they had to get physical, they had to get aggressive, and the best way to do that is establishing a sort of dominance early days, and they really did try for that. And hey, fair play to them, because the first 20 minutes of the game, I would give them props for saying they were the better team. Now, we did defend well, and we did deal with the aggression that Aberdeen tried to bring to us pretty well. But we were sloppy, we were making mistakes, and something had to change to just kind of calm things down. I mean, it was that bad that I think people exaggerate, to be quite honest. Like, listen, it wasn't the trenches we were in by any stretch of the imagination. It was just quite poor for Celtic standards. But I was logging on to Twitter, and one of the first tweets I seen, God knows who tweeted it, and I logged at Twitter, and one of the first tweets I seen was like, "This is the same as Saturday, we're going to lose tonight." And I'm like, whoa, come on, we're 20 minutes in here. And then bang, Dyson Maeda opens the game up for Celtic with, some people will call it a fluky goal, but if that's a fluky goal, then cool. I don't care, because it's just the prime example of the type of player Dyson Maeda is. You can't afford to give him opportunities. Aberdeen will feel hard done by, because if they could have kept themselves in the game longer, it might not have been 5-1 tonight. Things might have changed, things might have went a different way. But they hang the ball in the air, and I know they've got a couple of new players in their team, and I don't know if they just aren't used to playing against Dyson Maeda and don't know what he's about, but you can't hang the ball in the air for a player like him, who's quicker than your defenders, who's going to move to different areas your defenders don't expect him to move to. He sticks his leg out, puts the ball in the back of the net, bang, game's done. It killed Aberdeen's chances there and then. I mean, we go up and score 6 minutes later, which pretty much proves that, but bang, game was done. Against the run of the game, against Celtic with their back to the wall, against what was a pretty aggressive Aberdeen side, it killed their aggression, it killed their press, it killed everything for Aberdeen. And it's not like they gave up, they certainly kept going throughout the game, but there was just a difference, because Celtic found that goal, Dyson Maeda was brought to life, and ultimately the Celtic team was brought to life. We seen Jota go and score to make it 2-0, and then we get the dagger, Callum McGregor, with another goal this season to bring up his record. Yeah, it changed the game, that goal coming at the point it did. It let Celtic get a lot more comfortable in the game, and we certainly, from that 25th minute mark onwards to the end of the half, started seeing a lot more of the Celtic we've been used to seeing in the season so far. It would be criminal of me not to talk about that first half without mentioning the named man of the match, Arne Engels, who was simply sensational tonight. I've got some. I want to read this out. Credit to my man Hamill. Some of you might be familiar with Hamill, who posted this tonight. In 80 minutes, 6 out of 8 ground duels won, 6 passes into the final third, which was more than both the other 2 starting midfielders combined, 6 chances created, 3 out of 4 tackles won, 3 fouls won, 2 out of 3 long balls completed, 2 shots, 1 in target, and of course the 2 assists that he picked up as well. Arne Engels is bossing it. He has found his stride, he has found his form, he is thriving at the minute, and everything he done tonight was just absolutely sensational. He was a joy to watch, probably the best player to watch on the park for Celtic tonight, without a shadow of a doubt. In moments of the game where Celtic were looking rough, or maybe a bit on the, just more on the rough side, Arne Engels was bringing that class and that elegance to the game which Celtic usually ooze. When we were certainly missing it in the first half, he was the one bringing it through, and I think that it was infectious. I think the rest of the team were catching it from him, and he made the Celtic team better tonight with the chances he was creating and with everything he was doing in the game. He was running it. He was absolutely running it, and he, for me, has just been such a joy to watch since coming to Celtic. Tonight is one of his best performances I think he's had domestically. I'm really, really happy that we have him. I'm really happy that we spent £11 million on him. Best player on the park, easily tonight. And for me, he changed that game in the first half. And the game was done at half time, wasn't it? Let's be real, the game was done at half time. We just had to go into the second half, keep controlling the game, keep going with what we were doing, and we've done exactly that. We were doing the basics right. We cut out any mistakes defensively. We were solid, and Aberdeen just looked deflated as the minutes kind of trickled on. Aberdeen just looked more and more deflated, knowing that their chances of getting anything were gone. It wasn't anything like the Aberdeen side we seen back in October when they were 2-0 down at half time and they pulled it back. No, Celtic were in total control. I think we applied a lot of the same traits that have seen us win game after game this season. The substitutions were great. I mean, we've got to talk about a couple of them. Yang, another great cameo by him tonight, by the way. Somebody who I feel like a broken record every time I talk about Yang. Someone I have been very, very critical of, and all I have urged for in recent weeks when he's been showing his qualities and showing how good he can be has been to urge for that patience and that time with him to let him develop and let him be consistent, because Yang has been one of those players who has showed us glimpses of a great player and then dipped off and put it all in the bin because people have got jumped in too quick or labelled him to be something that he's maybe not. But he's been consistent at the minute, and he's doing it across European games, and he's doing it in domestic football as well now. So yeah, another great cameo for him. The finish for his goal, the fourth goal of the game, is just stupendous, by the way. It is absolutely brilliant. An assist from Luke McCowan as well, who keeps up in his goal contributions. Flying. Fair play to Yang. Congratulations to young Jude Bonner as well for making his competitive debut for Celtic. A huge moment for him and his family. I'm delighted to see that. And then of course Dyson Maeda knocks in a fifth. The only gutting thing is of course we lost the clean sheet, which I wasn't aware of this going to the game tonight. It wasn't until Ian Crocker mentioned it in commentary. Tonight could have been the 10th straight game at Celtic Park in the league that we wouldn't have conceded the goal up until Shane Morris got that goal, which is a gutter because it's never been done before, and it's probably going to be very hard to get it up to 9 games again. So I'm gutted we let that go in the 90th minute. It was just a lapse of concentration. I think defensively we played well enough tonight. And to be honest, I hate saying this because I love him and he's barely put a foot wrong all season. But Kasper Schmeichel's probably the one to take most of the blame for it. It's poor defending leading up to it. It's just a bit of, we let our guard down, we got too comfortable, and Aberdeen punish us when we're 4-0 up. But Schmeichel's beaten far too easily at his near post, isn't he? But I'm not going to hold that against anybody. You know, we win the game, we go up and we get our goal difference back. We win the game 5-1. It just shows you this Celtic team, shows you the character of it. They lost a goal and they went, nope, that's not acceptable. We're going back and we're getting the goal again. We're taking the 4-goal lead. And I think that just speaks to the kind of feeling and the energy going around this Celtic team at the minute. So, yeah, I'm very impressed. Far from our best tonight, and yet we still win 5-1. I didn't even get to talk about Jota. You know that. Another goal for him tonight. That Arne Engels unselfish play. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Before we log off for the evening, we need to just revisit this page again. I've done this the last few match reactions, and I can't help it because I'm just in awe after every game thinking about the stats. Dyson Maeda is now up to 34 goal contributions in 39 games. He is on track for one of the best seasons in Celtic history when it comes to goal contributions. It is insane. Nicholas Kuhn is on 30. 64 between the two of them. It is unbelievable. Ida's got 14. Kyogo is not even here anymore. McGregor up to 10 now for the season. Engels up to 21. Hatate, he's on 11. Luke McCowan from the bench most of the times is on 11. Johnston with another assist tonight is up to 14. There's Yang. Where's Yang? Look, 8 for him. Like, unbelievable. This is just crazy. What a team we're witnessing. And don't let anybody take that away from us. Don't. Just because the rest of the league is shite at the minute, and because Rangers are shite, don't let them take it away from us. This is something special. It is just unbelievable what he could end up with this year if he keeps going. So hopefully it doesn't stop. Touch hair or wood. Buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. Right, if you've enjoyed, like and subscribe. 16 points. Hey, see you all next time.